Pull up a chair. This is the Pattaya Red Pill Report. Vincent van Gogh once fell in love with a woman named Cyan Hornick, a poor, pregnant sex worker with a kid. She was a walking disaster. But because she showed him gratitude, he ignored every red flag and tried to make her his wife. That decision wrecked them both. Sound familiar? It should. Because every week in Pattaya, some Western man does the exact same thing. He walks into a bar, meets a girl who smiles, calls him handsome, maybe fries him an egg in the morning, and suddenly he's blind to the fact she's a single mom, an alcoholic still working, and has 5 other boyfriends overseas wiring her cash. That blindness has a name: the halo effect. One positive trait blinds you to an avalanche of problems. You see sweet and miss scheming. You see grateful and miss desperate. You see beautiful and miss toxic, right? And if you don't learn to rip the halo off, this city will strip you of your money, your dignity, and maybe even your life. What is the halo effect? The halo effect is a trick your brain plays on you. One positive trait, one thing you like, and suddenly you start painting the whole picture in gold. She's sweet, so you assume she's loyal. She's grateful, so you assume she's trustworthy. She's hot, so you assume she's wifey material. That's not reality. That's projection. Van Gogh fell for Cien because she was grateful. He overlooked everything else: the kid, the pregnancy, the chaos, because gratitude lit up one part of his brain. That's the halo, and it blinded him. Same thing happens in Pattaya every damn night. A girl cooks you breakfast after you pay her bar fine, and now you're out here telling your buddies you found a good one. Newsflash: scrambled eggs don't mean she's ready to be your wife. They mean she doesn't want you hungry when you open your wallet again. The halo effect is the most expensive optical illusion in this city. You don't see her. You see a fantasy painted over by your own desperation. And while you're busy worshiping the halo, she's busy making sure you don't notice the devil horns right underneath it. Why men fall for it. So why do men keep falling for this halo bullshit? 2 reasons. Evolution hardwired it into your brain, and modern culture doubled down on the programming. Back in caveman days, your genes couldn't risk you screwing up reproduction. So your brain built a shortcut. See one good trait? Pretend she's perfect. That way you didn't overthink, you didn't hesitate, you just mated. That wiring is still in your skull thousands of years later. Fast forward to the West, and the conditioning only got worse. Rom-coms, Disney, and every happy wife, happy life sermon drilled the same poison in your head. Look for the good in her, ignore the rest. That's how weak men are manufactured. Now, drop that wiring into Pattaya. A girl thanks you for buying her noodles, and suddenly you're ready to play stepdad to 2 kids you didn't father. She smiles when you hand her rent money, and you convince yourself she's different. She clings to your arm when another guy walks by, and you swear she's loyal. Wake up. That's not love, that's survival instinct. She's grateful because you're paying, not because she loves you. She's affectionate because it's her job. The halo effect takes those survival tactics and feeds them straight into your fantasy machine. And here's the kicker: once you're haloed, you'll defend her red flags harder than you defend your own country. The price of blindness. So, what happens when you let the halo effect run the show? You stop seeing reality, you stop seeing her, you ignore the fact she's still working the bar every night while you're sitting at home waiting like a loyal husband. You rationalize the constant drinking, the phone glued to her hand, the random cousins who keep calling. You look the other way when your wallet starts bleeding mysteriously fast, and all the while, you tell yourself it's different. You tell yourself she's not like the other girls. But here's the savage truth: she's running the same script on you as she is on every other guy who thinks buying affection equals loyalty. This blindness has a body count in Pattaya. Men mortgage their houses back home. They drain their pensions. They marry women who never loved them, and some, they swallow a rope or a bottle of pills when reality finally kicks the door down. You want the ugliest part? No one even needs to scam you. The bar doesn't. The girl doesn't. You scam yourself. You hand over your money, your time, your dignity, all because one smile, one thank you, one moment of fake affection blinded you to the hell staring you in the face. The halo effect doesn't just cost you cash. It costs you years. It costs you your masculinity. It costs you the chance to actually live free. How to break the halo? You don't break the halo by hoping for the best. You break it by putting a knife through your own illusions. Here's how. Step 1, journal the truth. Write down the qualities you actually want in a woman: loyalty, stability, honesty. Now, put her against the list. If the only thing she checks is she's hot or she doesn't scream at me, congratulations. You just proved she's not it. Step 2. List the red flags in ink: alcohol, gambling, kids you didn't father, a job in the bar. Write them down. Staring at them on paper hurts, but it's harder to lie to yourself when the evidence is right there. Step 3. Reality check with outsiders. Ask someone not hypnotized by her, another expat who's seen this play before. If your friend burst out laughing when you call her different, you've got your answer. Step 4. Stop pedestalizing gratitude. She thanks you for rent money because rent is due. She cooks you breakfast because she wants you functional enough to take her shopping. Gratitude in Pattaya is a business strategy, not proof of devotion. The halo fades the moment you stop treating basic human decency like sainthood. If she smiles, fine. If she says, thank you, fine. That doesn't make her a queen. It makes her a human being. And here's the final truth: if you don't tear the halo off yourself, this city will rip it off for you. And when it does, you won't just lose the girl. You'll lose your money, your self-respect, and maybe your will to keep going. The red pill reality check. The halo effect is nothing more than a mask you slapped on reality. You're not seeing her. You're seeing the story you want to believe, painted over her chaos with one shiny brushstroke. Van Gogh ruined himself over gratitude. Men in Pattaya ruined themselves because a girl made eye contact and called them handsome. It's pathetic, but worse, it's predictable. And if you don't learn to rip the halo off, you'll follow the same script. Broke, bitter, and wondering how the fuck you got played by something so obvious. Understand this: red flags don't disappear just because you close your eyes. They don't vanish because you want them to. If you ignore them long enough, they stop being warnings, and they become your story. A story of wasted years, empty bank accounts, and a broken man crying about love that never existed. You're not her savior. You're not her prince. You're not even her man. You're just the latest sucker who crowned her with a halo because you couldn't face the horns underneath. If that truth burns, good. Let it burn. Pain is proof you're waking up. If you got value from this report, hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. It tells the algorithm this kind of raw truth matters. And if you want to take it further, support the channel through Patreon, Buy Me a Coffee, or memberships. It all keeps this thing alive. And to the guys already backing me, thank you, because this isn't just content, it's survival. Out here, illusions will cost you your wallet, your time, and maybe your life. The truth sets you free. I'm Josh, and this was your Pattaya Red Pill Report. If the truth hurts, good. That means you're still alive. See you next round.